You've heard the term mindfulness, but let's take it to another level. I want to talk to you tonight about micro moments to have a little pop of bliss throughout your day. I've been doing this lately and it's really, really amazing. It just boosts my mood so much throughout the day. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I want to share with you three ways that I find these little micro moments of bliss throughout the day. Here on Boss Up Goddess, I interview trailblazing women who share their wisdom to help us all live bigger, better, and bolder. And when I go solo, I share lessons that I've learned in my own life to help you do that. So, micro moments of bliss throughout the day. Now, there's a lot of stressful stuff going on. The weather, the pandemic, there's been political stuff, there's been all kinds of things happening. So we need to practice mindfulness, but what mindfulness is to me is just really being super aware of all the elements in a moment. And really, this moment is all we have. 5 minutes ago is over with, and an hour from now is not guaranteed. So if we stay in this moment and we concentrate on whatever it is that can bring us bliss, even for that moment, it releases dopamine, which is the body's feel good hormone, the pleasure hormone, and it can boost your health, your mood, and everything. And so, let me share a few ways that I've had micro moments of bliss throughout my day. Today, I was shoveling snow. I live in a state that got a ton of snow last night. It's beautiful, but it's cold and it needs to be shoveled. So I was shoveling it. And in the midst of that, I just paused and I looked out as the sun was hitting the snow. And it was really bright white, but you could see little rainbow sparkles in the snow. And I just stood there and like marveled at it. It was so beautiful. And I was, eager to get done shoveling the snow, of course, and get back inside and get warm. But just for that moment, I was in a state of pure marvel at Mother Nature and all of her glory with the beauty and the pristineness of the snow and the sunshine and everything coming together for these little rainbow sparkles across my lawn, which was covered in a foot of snow. That was one moment. Another moment was waking up and feeling the soft blanket on my cheek. Now, it's super easy to just leap up and get on with your day, but if you stop and savor the sensory extravaganza of our lives, even though we have a big to do list and there's a lot going on and our minds are going 10,000 miles an hour about what I have to do today, just taking that moment like, oh, this blanket feels so good. And that enables you to savor life. Savor those little tiny micro moments of bliss that just make you feel better. It's real simple and it's free and it doesn't take very long. And it kind of shifts your mindset to seek those moments throughout the day. So, some other ones that have struck me have been so awesome. I was writing and I've developed this new system of calendaring my days and organizing my um, everything I'm doing. And I was writing on paper and I just became very aware of the sensation of the pen, the ball of the pen, the tip rolling over the paper and the hand motion and my like the bottom of my hand against the paper. And it just felt really cool. But who stops to think about that, right? It's something we do automatically. But I just became very aware like, wow, I'm thinking something, my hand is responding, and it's actually putting words on paper as a result. So I was kind of marveling at that act. And I did the same with a keyboard when I was typing. And I just became aware like, wow, I'm thinking something. My fingers are moving, my fingertips, and then these words are popping up on the screen. How cool is that? So obviously, we do these things every day, multiple times, and it's like autopilot. but what if we become aware of just how cool it is? I remember my friend was on an airplane once and he texted me and he said, I'm sitting in a chair 35,000 feet in the sky. How cool is that? Like, we've boarded airplanes, we've taken trips, but you really stop and think, I'm in a chair in the sky. So, some might say this is frivolous, but what it does is it helps you look at the magic of life instead of the misery. And there's plenty of misery. So when we focus on these magical moments, these thoughts makes us feel better. Now, there's some really obvious places to have micro moments of bliss. When I was eating my dinner, I savored my salad and all the different flavors and textures of the vegetables and spices. When I was eating some salmon, it was the same. It was like, oh, this is so tender and flavorful and spicy and delicious. And you just stop and like really be in that moment. And we tend to rush through and multitask and just move so fast that we miss. It's like we all of a sudden it's 10 o'clock at night. And what did I do all day? What if you can look back and say, wow, I had all these beautiful moments? Even though I had a to-do list this long, or even though I had to deal with some unexpected things, I still took the time to savor these moments and just really becoming hyper aware of what you see, hear, touch, taste, smell, and experience with your intuition on a daily basis in every moment. And even when you're a little anxious, you can still, I can still like become aware, like, wow, I have this new jolt of energy and I'm getting my work done faster because I have sort of this electrified energy from my urgency to get this done. Um, Another experience I had was when I was taking a walk. I like to go out in nature and get my exercise. And even though it was cold, it was beautiful. The snow was everywhere, the sun was shining. And so, if you break it down to all the little sensory extravaganza of taking a walk in the winter, you can again see the sun sparkling on the snow, but also the cold sensation on your cheek. If it's not excessive, it just feels really refreshing and it really awakens you. And the crunch of the snow under my boots, the sound was really cool, that crunchy sound or the powderiness of it sort of fluffing around when I took steps. It was really, really neat. Other moments that I've had was when I sat on the sofa to meditate, the sensation of sinking into the cushions, being very comfortable and like relaxed and knowing I was doing my spiritual practice. That moment, like, yes, I'm taking this time for myself, a reprieve to calm my mind, slow my body, relax, reflect, meditate. When you take a shower, the sensations, the sounds, the feelings, the steam, just becoming super aware and savoring those, like to say, micro moments of bliss. It really, really enhances the experience of each day, even in sort of mundane tasks. And it just adds a little sparkle to your day. So that's my message for you today here on Boss Up Goddess. That's a way to boss up is to enjoy each moment. It's not all about hard work, worry, hurry, stress. No, we have to take these moments for ourselves by becoming aware of what brings us bliss, becoming aware of our six senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell, and then really savoring that every day. It's pretty mellow, it's exciting, it just makes you feel better. That's my goal, to feel better and to help you feel better too. So, I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and this is my show, Boss Up Goddess. I go live every night to share wisdom that helps you live bigger, better, and bolder. And tomorrow I'll have a wonderful guest who can share her wisdom with you. And the show is inspired by my book, Boss Up Goddess, Start Living Your Effing Potential. That's where I am in my life. I want to live my absolute potential. And I can do that best by staying in my genius zone. And while I'm there, savoring all the sensations of daily life that bring me little micro moments of bliss. I hope you can try it too. Remember, boss up, goddess. You have the power. I'll see you next time.